witch's kitchen, witches.
Welcome back, boys and girls of every age. Would you like to see something strange? Come with us and unknown caller, calling my babes. Sorry for that little commercial interruption. We're back and I have a shallot. And you guys, we're making something quite interestingly delicious today. This is a dish that I grew up eating. I have some halibut, some feta cheese, some tomatoes. If you can guess already what I'm making, then leave that in the comments below and you're awesome.
Are you making feta with tomatoes and halibut?
Can you leave it in the comment below? Okay, so I'm just chopping up about half of a shallot.
Shallot.
Half of a shallot.
Do you say shallot or shallot?
I say shallot.
I say shallot.
Do you say Dogecoin or Doge?
I say doji.
Dogecoin. All right, eat it, babes. I dare you to eat a raw shallot. It's good for the bones.
So you said you used to eat this when you were younger.
Yeah, I did. My mom would make it and we would have it and I was happy about that.
That's a good reason to have it, because your mom made it.
Yeah, it was just like there. Okay, so over on my stove, I have a pan with some butter. Babes, you wanna go turn the pan on so that butter can get melty?
My job.
Yeah, you got a job, babes. This recipe is really simple, healthy, and delicious. It's honestly something that you'll see we can put together really fast, and that's awesome.
It's really good to have like fast recipes in our arsenal.
Yeah, because if you don't want to spend a bunch of time cooking and blah, 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 then, you know, easy peasy. All right, so my butter is starting to melt over here, and I'm just gonna add my chopped shallots into the dish. They will start to fume and smell delicious momentarily.
I love well-cooked shallots or onions in butter over a course of time. It is so good.
The best thing ever, and the smell is amazing.
I could just eat the smell.
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would be, you know, food is ready because the onions are cooking, so.
You're very right, my babes. Okay, so those are gonna cook up. We'll leave them to do their thing for a minute. And then I happened to have some extra tomatoes that I'm just going to use. Can you open the can?
I knew she was gonna ask me this and I was going to do it without her asking, but then I was like, no, that would just not be right. Let's wait till I get asked. Do you say axed or asked?
Me.
Asking.
What do you say?
Ask. And I make it a point to pronounce it the way it's spelled.
Properly? This I understand.
Are you gonna use this whole can of tomatoes?
See?
Ooh, look at the tomato.
And I'm gonna have some of these ones mixed in just because they're whole and they'll get blistered in the oven and they'll be yummy. Yes, and I don't wanna waste them. These tomatoes, I'm sorry, they smell so good.
They smell amazing.
San Marzano tomatoes. I'm going over here to start. Babes, what's a dish that you used to have a lot in your household growing up?
Something that my mother made that was really good was called baked ziti, which is rigatoni pasta with a meat sauce and some mozzarella baked in the oven until it's nice and brown and gooey. One of my favorites, but I changed it up a little bit because she would serve it with a side salad and I would mix it all into one thing and pour ranch on top of it.
Whoa, that sounds good. Okay, so the onions are doing things. I'm very happy about it.
What kind of fish did you get?
I got halibut. So this recipe you can actually do with any whitefish that you might enjoy. So you can do halibut, you could do orange roughy, you could do whitefish, you could do a cod. You want a sturdier fish though that'll hold up, but halibut is such a divine fish.
I love orange roughy too.
You do?
I do. I used to make this dish. It was orange roughy in parchment paper with onion, tomato, and lemon, and olive oil.
And grapes.
And grapes.
Yeah, I remember.
So good.
You were super into the grape aspect of it.
Yeah, I like sweet things. And it's also with feta. Now that's an interesting combination. So this is like Mediterranean.
Totally, it is. And the feta is your salt. So you don't really need any added salt in this recipe. But yeah, and you think cheese and fish, weird?
No.
But it totally works.
Cheese and fish works like a tuna melt. It just works.
It just works. So my onions are doing beautiful things. I actually just decided that I'm going to add my tomatoes to the pan as well and get those going.
On the fly cooking.
On the fly, why not? And then everything will get mixed in together in just a second here.
Is there any special feta you wanted to choose?
No, you know, that feta was imported from Encino to our side of town from Gelson's.
Yeah. One thing I like about feta, which I don't know if you guys knew, but it's actually sheep and goat's milk together. I thought this was like a cow's milk cheese, but feta is not, which means there's some good healthy things going on in this cheese that you don't normally get from Milk's cow cheese. Milk's cow milk cheese.
Cow milk cheese. Babes, that's absolutely correct. Okay, so I'm letting those cool down a little bit. And
Smells great in here.
when I tell you that this is an easy and fast recipe that you could make, I'm not kidding. Because the addition of the shallots and the tomatoes, you could actually leave that out and just go right into this. Shallots. So what you do is you take your 2 pieces of halibut or your
Washed.
4 or whatever. Yes, I've pre-washed these and patted them dry. And that's just to get a little bit of that packaging scent off of them and whatnot. And then you pour your tomatoes right on over, just like that. And you know, honestly, I have a smaller amount of fish than I would usually have for this recipe, so you probably could use less of the tomatoes, but this will make a really yummy sauce. This tomato situation over pasta would be divine.
That over rice would be divine too.
Over rice, over additional veg, over whatever it is that you might fancy, go for it. So, what baby?
That I could just eat it out of the pan. Just a shallot, some nice imported butter, and tomato.
It's no lie, it's a lovely, lovely thing. And obviously this will enhance some of our flavor. So obviously, typically you would want to let this cool down, but it is going to go right into my 350-degree oven, and I'm moving pretty quickly, so I'm not going to stress about it.
Goat! It's a really sharp knife.
Okay, so then you just pick however much feta it is that you like. I'm gonna do a little less than half because this is honestly the best part. And then with your fingies, the best tool, they're clean. Please don't be offended by my bare hands.
Yeah, I like her bare hands in my food. It makes the food taste better for me, but if we were cooking for other people, then, you know, we'd still use our bare hands because it tastes better.
But also my hands are washed, and what else would I do this with?
You know there's some type of gadget that breaks up feta for you.
Really?
For $30.99.
I want it. We can do a little twist. Do you have any grated Parm already? Cool. Pick me one. 1 Parmesan, please. Oh my God, it smells so good. And we'll just do a little bit of this. You'll get your super yum oozy goozy. Okay, so then we put her in the oven. Put her on in. And because the fish was a little bit smaller, we're gonna check that about 10 minutes.
Babes, how would you store this feta?
I would wrap it back up in there.
Done.
Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Smells amazing. Here we go, here we go. We got some blistered tomatoes, some cheese, some bubbling happening. Look at that, babes.
Oh my God, it looks so good. I cannot wait to try it.
Yay.
Those tomatoes look so blistered and good.
Well, we'll let it cool down for a few seconds and then you want to taste it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, babes, you have a little taste.
First, I want to smell.
It smells really good.
Oh, it smells so good. I feel like I'm at a Mediterranean restaurant. It's fantastic. The texture of the fish is firm, but not, you know, too firm.
Yep, That's what you want.
I want to get a little bit of the feta, a little bit of the tomato, and I'm ready for my first bite. Really good, honey. Really good. Such a light dish, very addictive. The feta is definitely
Hitting the spot.
a star of the show when it comes to it. It just adds that little bit of salt
Yeah, totally.
that's needed. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome, babes. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. And I hope that some other people try it out. And now we get to say so long, farewell. It smells like a fish in here.